Hello, this is Homer Simpson, and you're listening to my favorite company in all of Springfield.
Traders Nation Network.
Crank it up, sucker.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. It's my pleasure to have Rick Pendergraft back with us once again. Rick, welcome to Traders Nation. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Kurt?
Good. Earnings season's coming up. Any good expectations we should be looking for, Rick?
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag right now, and I think what we're seeing so far in the earnings that have come out is a real mixed bag. Number of companies have missed, number of companies have beat. The surprising thing to me so far, and I guess it shouldn't surprise, is the financials. A number of them have had very, very bad earnings, but the expectations were so bad that we're seeing a lot of them rally on those because the expectations were just so low. The hurdle was so low they couldn't help but get over it. So. Right,
yeah. In fact, we were talking about that in the last segment, is that the expectations were ratcheted down, and when some of these actually beat those ratcheted down earnings or your expectations, it was actually a good thing. It's like, wow, this is great.
Yeah, it's not as bad as we thought it was. Okay. And that's what earnings are all about, is what everybody's expectations are, and that's what it all boils down to, is if everybody's expecting the worst, and it's a little better than that, you see a rally in the stock, and then you get a company like Google that misses and gets punished dramatically. So.
Yeah, they get pummeled. All right, so we've got a couple areas that are actually doing well. PepsiCo's earnings are good. And DuPont, so we're spreading across other areas. Financials are, as expected, not doing so well. But with Coca-Cola, how'd they miss? They missed. PepsiCo's up, Coca-Cola's down.
That was a little surprising. I agree. I think what we're seeing is some of the consumer staples are, coming in as expected at least, and they're they're holding their own. Maybe they're, again, it boils down to the expectations. And I was very surprised at Coke missing. Like you say, Pepsi beat, and we're rewarded for that. But then you saw Coke in the same industry. Potentially, are they too diversified there or not diversified enough there? Pepsi has the Frito-Lay's, brands and so forth that they can.
And they got Taco Bell too. Everybody wants cheap tacos nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a cheap taco. They own Taco Bell, don't they? Or is it KFC or one of them or something like that?
Well, Yum Brands owns Yum Brands.
Yum Brands. Yeah, there you go.
Spun them off, but they've got the contract.
Yum Brands. My apologies. Nonetheless, all right. So let's talk about this. Financials, at some point, they're going to start mellowing out, and we'll start seeing, there are some financials that are actually doing good, but overall, the financial market is what I'm trying to get at, is that at some point, we're going to start seeing the dust settle. There's going to be great bargains there. Would you agree?
Absolutely. It's just a matter of time, before the dust settles, and you got to try and figure out, trying to catch the falling knife is not, a fun game to play.
Right.
And right now we've seen a big bounce in the financials due to, the stuff on Fannie Mae and Freddie. The government's going to bail them out, and that really gave a boost to the financials and has really helped them along.
Right.
And then, at this point, I got to wonder if it's a little bit overdone, because not that much has changed fundamentally with the financials over the last 2 weeks, and we've seen huge rallies in the bank stocks as a result of legislation, rather than fundamentals changing. Now, sure, it helps protect them a little bit, but you got to keep asking, how bad is it going to get before the dust settles? If you're a long-term investor, I think that, you can start looking, at the financials. If you're trading, a trader like myself, and you're looking at short-term, I think, again, you're trying to catch that falling knife.
Right. All right. So from January up to now, we really have the market has gotten into an oversold condition. Would you agree?
We saw a little bounce in May, and we got out of that oversold condition. Again, looking at short term like I do, and we did see it rally back into the downward trend. And so we're still in the downward trend, but we definitely got oversold big time here in the latter part of June, the early part of July.
All right, now Rick, where can we find you? Where's the website?
InvestorsDailyEdge.com, and if listeners want a free report, they can go to InvestorsDailyEdge.com/media.
Nice. Head on over there today, InvestorsDailyEdge.com. As always, Rick, thanks for being on Traders Nation.
Thanks for having me on again.
You bet. Rick Pendergraft, folks, market expert, managing editor of Investors Daily Edge. Head on over there today. Up next, my stocks and more guests. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.